Hello, writers. Mrs. Damazi here, and really excited about our next writing lesson. Remember that if you like these, to please subscribe and hit the thumbs up so you know every time that I post a new video. I am teaching curriculum out of Once Upon a Time, which is by Lucy Calkins. This is a curriculum for third grade writers. However, any writer could work on this curriculum at their own pace and at their own level. Let's get started. Yesterday we worked on drafting, and we worked on thinking about the 3 scenes, and we worked on drafting our first draft. And while we were doing that, we were also thinking about a refrain we could use. So some of us were able to add our refrain into the first draft scene, and some of us may have to wait and add the refrain today into scene 2 or scene 3. But before we get to that, I want you to know something that really strong writers do. That is, they revise. And they don't just write and finish and say, okay, I'm ready to revise now. They revise often. Sometimes they draft and then they think, okay, I'm going to go back and revise. And today, you are going to do that. So you're going to draft scene 2 and scene 3, and then you're going to go back and you're going to revise. And you're going to see if there are places that you can help your reader play a movie in their head. So if there's more detail, more action, more dialogue that you could add as your revision, then you're going to add that today. So let's look for a moment at what really good writers do when they are adapting fairy tales to write an even better fairy tale than your first one. Adding repeated refrains to add tension. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. You may not have actually been able to put that into your writing yesterday, so you'll do that today. And then you revise your writing often, okay? Often, not just when it's revising time, whenever you finish writing. So let's look at what you're going to do today. Today, you're going to finish acting out and storytelling each scene to add lifelike detail. Yesterday, I finished the first scene. So today, I wrote scene 2 and scene 3, and I worked on revising. So I'm going to show you all of those things now. Here's my scene 2, and you can see that this little pink paper right here, that's just some scrap paper that I used, and I used it as a revision. I wrote fast and furiously my scene 2 draft, and then I went back and I read it, and I added in a little bit more to help my reader play a movie in my head. Read with me while you are watching on the screen. While Big Red Running Shoe was walking to the game, he kept reminding himself, "No, no, my mom said no. When strangers come, I will go." "Hello, handsome boy," a street seller said. "Want to look at these hats I have for sale?" "No, no, my mom said no. When strangers come, I will go," Big Red Running Shoe said. Then I added this revision later, as he walked a little faster to pass the stranger. "Hey, strong little man, will you help me with this box?" said a man. "No, no, my mom said no. When strangers come, I will go," he said as he dodged out of the way. All of a sudden, a little bird landed on his shoulder. "Tweet, tweet." "Hello, little bird," said Big Red Running Shoe. "Where are you off to with those delicious muffins?" asked the bird. "I am on my way to my basketball game. It is up at the school gym." "Have fun," said the little bird, and she flew away. Okay, scene 3. As Big Red Running Shoe got closer to the gym, he noticed that there were people running out of the gym. "Run for your life! The birds are attacking!" Big Red Running Shoe rushed in and found food all over the gym and birds flying everywhere. "Hurry, run home!" he heard someone shout as he recognized something. It was the little bird that had landed on his shoulder. He quietly walked over to her and sat down. She was pecking little crumbs off the basketball floor. "My, what little beak you have," he softly told the bird. "All the better to scrounge around for crumbs," she said. "My, what tiny feet you have. All the better to sneak quietly." "My, what minuscule eyes you have. All the better to see small crumbs." "My, what fast wings you have. All the better to fly fast." Big Red Running Shoe and the little bird just sat there looking at each other. "Why did you ruin my basketball game?" Big Red asked. "I'm sorry, we were hungry," said Little Friendly Bird. "We won't do it again." She flew on to Big Red's shoulder, and he patted her tiny wing. They both knew they had found a wonderful friend and would live happily ever after. Okay, I drafted and drafted and drafted and drafted, and I wrote fast and furiously as fast as I could. Then I went back, and everywhere where you see these little pink sticky notes and scrap paper is where I went back and I revised, and I made it even better. And when you're revising, you're thinking, am I playing the movie in my head? Is my reader going to be able to know what I see in my head? So you might need to add more dialogue. You might need to add more action. You might need to add more detail. Whatever it is that you need to add, it would be great to find some places where you could revise. Even though it's not revising time, you can go back and you can revise. Notice how I also added in my refrains that I had brainstormed yesterday. Here's your to-do list today. Writers know that they don't just draft their writing and say, I'm finished. Writers revise often as they draft. So today you're going to go back and revise your writing to help your reader, not reading, reader play a movie. Then you're going to complete your plan for day 3. Now, if you want to go back and revise the first draft that you wrote, if I wanted to go back and revise my Cinderella draft, I could. But today I decided I wanted to revise the draft that I'm writing right now. It's your choice, but I want you to go back and look at places where you can help your writer really imagine and play that movie in their head. You need your notebook for planning, brainstorming, and drafting, and you need sticky notes and scrap paper to add your ideas. Okay, writers, have so much fun drafting these next 2 scenes, and have fun going back and revising. That means you're just going back and making your writing better, even better than it already is. I will see you next time.